It is 11:25 p.m. right now. I should be asleep, but I'm not. I can't sleep at all. I have work literally at 3 a.m., but this is the part of WrestleMania weekend, especially when you're going to WrestleMania weekend, when you're going to WrestleMania, being part of all the festivities coming up this weekend. This is the effect. The day before you travel, you don't sleep. You're excited. You're counting down the hours, the minute, the second that you leave your house to go to the airport, what have you. You're just excited to be there. Get it over with, right? And I'm up right now. I'm doing this recording for Nxt Takeover New York, which goes live this Friday on the WWE Network. And after this, me and Big Mike and Walter are going to get on Skype. We're going to record our retro WrestleMania review, WrestleMania 10, as part of the Team Hill Podcast Extra. And then tomorrow, before I leave to New York, I will be recording my Ring of Honor New Japan G1 Supercard predictions. So all the stuff that I'm doing before I leave tomorrow. So if you're not subbed to this channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? Speaking of which, speaking of recording and predictions, yesterday, myself, Big Mike, and Walter recorded. It is now available up on the YouTube channel, up on the video archive, and it's also available on all podcasting platforms. Episode 288 of the Team Hill Podcast. We did our WrestleMania 35 preview and prediction. We are calling it Dorkmania. So that's just us, of course. So that's us being silly and shit like that. But anywho, Takeover New York goes live this Friday. And, you know, when I look at WrestleMania weekend, I know a lot of people look forward to just being there WrestleMania Sunday, being at MetLife Stadium, getting their asses cold to death, what have you, having their butts being freezing and shit like that, right? For 5-7 hours, what have you, right? And when I look at WrestleMania weekend, yeah, there's so much stuff going on. But when I look at, to me, it's more entertaining are the shows that are happening outside of WrestleMania, right? And there's a plethora of shows that are going down as we speak in the New York, New Jersey area for WrestleMania weekend. Everyone, yes, you can make the argument, they capitalize, they seize the opportunity, what have you, right? And there's a plethora of shows, like I said. I know Evolve doing Mercury Rising. I know Evolve doing a show tomorrow at 12 p.m. I know WrestleCon doing their Super Show tomorrow as well. MLW doing Rise of the Renegades on Thursday, which I will be at the Melrose Ballroom with Walter. Friday, they're doing the Battle Riot 2. I know also Joey Janela's doing his spring break shows, not one, but two of them. You kind of get the idea. There's all these shows that are going down. And when I look at all these shows, and yes, they're all great, they're all fine and dandy, but when I look at what show can steal WrestleMania weekend, that is going to go like, oh my God, that show was probably one of the best shows of WrestleMania weekend as a whole. I think of two of them. And it has to go down between NXT TakeOver New York and G1 Supercard by Ring of Honor in New Japan Pro Wrestling at MSG. And on paper, both cards side by side, it's fire. It's fuego, if you will. And it's like you wonder which one will be more entertaining, more better, what have you. And the only way you'll find out is you just watch it live and all that stuff, right? So again, I will be predicting tomorrow my G1 Supercard predictions. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Right now, this is TakeOver New York. I'm looking at the card right now. 5 matches on this card. 5 championships on the line here. And I'll be honest, this show is very, very entertaining. I am looking forward to the show. This will be my 5th takeover that I'm going to. I went to all 4 takeover Brooklyns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was at Takeover Dallas WrestleMania weekend a couple of years ago with Okayfabe and Matt from In the Rope Show. And now I'm going to Takeover New York this Friday for my 5th takeover. And I cannot wait. This card looks fucking stacked from top to bottom, right? And again, it just makes you think this show could steal WrestleMania weekend. And after this, you watch the show, you're like, all right, G1 Supercard, follow that. But that's my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. Guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Your thoughts on TakeOver New York. What match are you looking forward to the most? What's your predictions? All that fun stuff. Let me know in the comment threads. And like I said before, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up and share this video throughout your entire social medias. WrestleMania weekend is here. I have to pack my bag. I have not even packed yet. I'm not sleeping at all, it looks like. But hey, that's the magic of WrestleMania weekend. So anywho, let's get into this match card. Again, there's 5 matches. Let's start this off. We have the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. Yeah, Shayna Baszler defending her title versus Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. It should be a very interesting match. See, 9 times out of 10 at takeovers, and this is my honest opinion, I feel like the women matches kind of are the matches that, like, you know, the break match, if you will. And nothing against these women. They're all talented in their own way. But over the past couple of takeovers, it's like the women's match always felt like the weak one on the card. And this is the Fatal 4-Way. Again, tonight on NXT, you had Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair, which ended up in a giant brawl. They had all the women come out. What's it called? Io Shirai did a moonsault, celebrate with the title. But I think, honestly, in my honest opinion, I think that because Shayna Baszler, every single week, interrupting a women's match, showing her aggressiveness with the other members of the 4 Horsewomen, I do think that she does drop the title. I think when it's all said and done in this match, I do see, believe it or not, I see Bianca Belair getting the win. I know it's kind of weird. I know it's kind of like out of left field because no one really sees that or thinks that's going to happen. But I do think that Bianca Belair has the opportunity to walk out with the title. I think I'm going with Bianca Belair on this one. I know it's weird. It's kind of random. But hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong on this one, okay? After this, we have the match for the North American Championship, Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. This has potential to be, in my opinion, the match of the night on this card. And here's Matt Riddle, who just came into the NXT. He's undefeated, essentially, right? Hasn't had a loss. And you think about this, right? A couple of weeks ago, they had that Fatal 5-Way to see who was going to face Johnny Gargano at TakeOver New York for the vacant NXT title. And Matt Riddle, in the ring, he looked like he belonged. He looked like he's someone that was out there and just looked like, you know what? This guy's going to be a big deal down the road. And you think about this, too. They did a network special on him. A corny network special, a lazy one in my opinion, because what they did, when they grabbed all these video clips from the WWE PC YouTube channel, all the video series on him and shit, and just put it as one and put it on the network. That's what they did. Velveteen Dream, on the other hand, as well. He's playing these mind games on Matt Riddle, but I do think, honestly, down the road, or real soon, if you will, Velveteen Dream makes his way up to the main roster. So I do see Matt Riddle becoming the champion here. So I'm going to go with Matt Riddle. Again, this match has the ability to be the match of TakeOver New York. Or hell, even the match of WrestleMania weekend. Who the fuck knows? We then go to a match that I am more certainly looking forward to. I predicted this match was going to take place on this event. If you've been subbed to my channel for a while now, if you've watched my TakeOver Blackpool review that I did after NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool, I said it in that review. I said it. If they're smart, they'll do it this match at TakeOver New York, and they're doing it at TakeOver New York. Pete Dunne defending the WWE United Kingdom Championship versus Walter. Again, this match could easily co-main event this whole show. I think it should. It should be the co-main event. Pete Dunne, who's been the WWE UK champion now for over 600 plus days. He's arguably now the longest reigning WWE champion in the modern era. Low key, keep this in mind. People have been bragging about Brock Lesnar holding on to the Universal title for so long and this and whatnot. But here's Pete Dunne quietly holding on to the UK title, the WWE UK title. And he's had phenomenal matches. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Now, granted, I have not been watching NXT UK. Not because I don't want to. I just don't have enough time to do so. I know Big Mike has done. He has the ability to watch it. He reviews it every single week. And from the way he comes off, it's very entertaining. And I think, again, this match is very, very entertaining and very interesting. This is Pete Dunne's arguably biggest challenge to date. Here's Walter, who's this giant motherfucker. Holy shit. And if he chops you, bruh, it's a wrap. You have when he chops you, it's like, bruh, your whole life is just flashing through your eyes and shit, basically. And I do think, again, and this is my honest opinion here, I don't see Pete Dunne retaining the championship. I think it's foolish if you have Walter take the L right now. I think with this whole talk of the superstar shakeup being worldwide, I do think Pete Dunne eventually makes his way up to the main roster. I would love to see that. I think someone like him deserves to be on Monday Night Raw or on SmackDown Live. So I say Walter becomes the new United Kingdom champion. In a shocking way. Oh my God. And it has to be, again, this is me, of course. I get it. He's the bruiserweight. But it has to be a one-sided beatdown. A one-sided beatdown where Pete Dunne gets some offense in, but Walter just with his size and his strength, is just ragdolling Pete Dunne. That's what needs to happen at TakeOver New York. Guys, give me your thoughts on that. Who do you see winning that match, and how would you plan this whole thing out? But again, I predicted this match was going to happen at TakeOver New York, and no one listened to me. None of you dorks listened to me. You should listen to me, motherfuckers. You should. And I called it, and it happened. So, motherfuckers, I'm not asking, I'm telling you, dorks. Give me my respect. Just saying. Anyway, from here we go to the tag team title match. Anti-tag team titles on the line. The War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe, defending against the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic of Aleister Black and Ricochet. The same Aleister Black and Ricochet that will take part of WrestleMania this Sunday in that Fatal 4-Way for the tag team, for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Now, as you guys know, like I said earlier, Ricochet and Aleister Black won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And honestly, the way all this is going, like tonight on NXT, right, you had the War Raiders beat up 2 different random tag teams and shit to show their dominance. But reality, it should be a fun match. Don't get me wrong. It looks like it'd be a very fun match. But I just don't see, again, if the idea that Aleister Black and Ricochet are going to the main roster, because basically they are. Let's keep it 100. They're on the way to the main roster. They're already. What the fuck am I talking about? They're competing at WrestleMania. If they're losing here, likely they'll win at WrestleMania or not. We'll see. But again, it should be a very fun match, but I'm going to go with the War Raiders retaining their tag titles here. I think it's silly to have them lose if you know that Aleister Black and Ricochet are basically just main roster bound already as we speak. And then after this, we get the main event of the evening for the vacant NXT title, Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And like I said, it's for the vacant NXT championship. God damn it, yo. Listen, I think for a lot of people, yes, we remembered it was supposed to be Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Remember a couple of weeks ago when Gargano and Ciampa were eliminated from the Dusty Classic. Gargano was going to attack Johnny Gargano, and Gargano outsmarted Ciampa basically, and he attacked him and shit. And then during this whole time as well, you guys remember, Ciampa and Gargano were on the main roster. They were there for a while, sort of, and it looked like they're going to have a good run, just like with Aleister Black and Ricochet. But Ciampa got hurt in that match against The Bar on SmackDown. And it's been up in the air whether or not, hey, there's talk of a neck injury, how long he'll be out. And it turns out he'll be out for like a year. And because of that, the title had to be vacated. And now here we are. And I did say when I did make that prediction for Walter and Pete Dunne to take over New York that the main event was going to be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, title for title. Right? At the time, Gargano won the North American title. I remember that, and that's what I thought. And no, it didn't happen. Gargano eventually lost the Velveteen Dream. But I did say, hey, you know, at the same time too, like, hey, Gargano was on the main roster, then they basically pulled him, or removed him from it because again, Ciampa got hurt. So I'll be honest with you guys. I did say at first, oh, you know what, have Gargano have his send-off, have him lose to Adam Cole. But honestly, the way I look at this, I just don't see Gargano making his way to the main roster right away. Now, with all this happening, I think you can keep Gargano on the main roster for a little longer. Let's be real about this too, okay? There was talks that Johnny Gargano, and there's a rumor that went out there, I don't know, and people panicked. Oh my God, please no. That Gargano was going to go to 205 Live. And honestly, don't be surprised. Good about it. If he went to the main roster right now, he'd be on 205 Live, facing Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. And they'll have good matches, don't get me the fuck wrong. But I think if you keep Gargano longer in NXT, let him have his moment, his big moment finally after all these years, right? After all these fucking years of trying to, get that NXT title, right? He, again, was this in the story like itself. Again, almost 2 years ago, his partner, his friend, turned on him in Tommaso Ciampa. And then from there, he had to refine himself. Johnny Wrestling, right? He had these matches with Andrade Cien Almas. They had that match of the year at TakeOver Philadelphia. Gargano comes back, TakeOver New Orleans. Gargano's fighting for his career, right? He's fighting for his career. And they've had these classic matches one after another. And it's like, oh my God, how much are they going to give you of Gargano and Ciampa? I was there TakeOver Brooklyn 4 in that last man standing match. It was a great match. Don't get me the fuck wrong. And from there, it's like they split them apart. Gargano went heel for a bit. And now here we are. Gargano's moment, it looks. And it has to be that. It has to be Gargano's moment. So that being said, I'm going with Johnny Gargano. Because think about this too. If he stays longer in NXT, the matches you can make, obviously, in NXT, you can do again Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. You can eventually do Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano versus Donovan Dijakovic, or Dijakovic, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Matt Riddle versus Johnny Gargano, bro. Or hell, and I do predict that he does pop up. You'll see him sitting in the crowd, wearing a suit, waving at everybody. We will end up seeing Kushida. So down the road, maybe a Kushida versus Gargano. Bruh, shut up and take my fucking money. That's a match to make down the road. Or eventually, Pete Dunne and Gargano. They had it before for the UK title. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. But that's just me. Okay? That's just me. Before he goes to the main roster, there's a match that I do want to see, and we'll see if it does take place. We'll see. But overall, again, you look at WrestleMania weekend, 2 shows that I feel could definitely steal WrestleMania weekend, and this is one of them. TakeOver New York. It's gonna be fire. I'm gonna be there. If you see me, feel free to say what's up. I will likely be by the concessions buying me a beer. Before the show, though, I'll be smoking a blunt. I have 7 blunts rolled up, and I cannot fucking wait. I'm going to get high. I'm going to have fun. Mania fucking weekend. I cannot fucking wait right now. Listen, I didn't pack yet. I have to pack. I have work at 3 in the morning. I still got to do another recording of WrestleMania 10 retro review with Big Mike and Walter. They're waiting on Skype as we speak. But goddamn, yo. WrestleMania weekend is here. Like I said this before, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a podcaster, WrestleMania season is your big season. Is peak season for you, basically. This is the time of the year where all your recordings are done. You hit the booth, you hit your camera, what have you, and you just record. The grind doesn't fucking stop, people. This is not a fucking game. Not a fucking game, alright? I'm not some fucking dork, alright? Recording in fucking portrait mode and shit and giving you fake news and bullshit, alright? I'm not fucking blowing smoke up anyone's ass right now and shit. This is the fucking reality, motherfuckers. Alright? Anywho, guys, this is your NXT TakeOver New York preview and prediction. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. If you have not yet, head over to the video archive or head over to the podcasting platforms of the T-Mail podcast. Episode 288 was recorded last night. It's up on the podcasting platforms. T-Mail podcast episode 288. Our WrestleMania 35 previews and predictions. Also, tomorrow I will be recording my G1 Supercar predictions before I head to New York. And I also gotta charge my camera. Goddamn, I'm doing a vlog and all that shit. So, yeah, guys, follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, dorks, it's Steve. I'm the Dork Slayer. And I am out like Janice Titties. Peace out, dorks. But goddamn, yo, WrestleMania weekend is gonna go down. And I'm gonna smoke me la marijuana. Yeah, buddy. Ha ha ha.